Welcome and thank you for tuning in to Sharon Kelly Speaks. I'm going to continue my segment on parenting. Today we're going to talk about recognizing that you have been assigned to your children, recognizing that God chose you to be their parent. Um, I think when we recognize that, we will change how we parent our children. We will not see them as a burden. We will not see them as a liability. We will not see them as a frustration to us. We will see them as who God has called them to be, and how we talk to them will change. We will encourage them instead of discouraging them. We will not say things to belittle them. We won't parent out of anger or frustration or impatience. We will take our time and we will consider things. When children are misbehaving, we will assign punishments that have to do with the actual offense. We won't punish out of anger. We won't yell. We won't curse. We will bless. We will encourage. We will remind our children exactly who they are. Sometimes that's all it takes is a redirection. They may be doing something that we're like, I can't even believe you did that. You know better. But sometimes all we have to do is just sit them down and say, do you know you're called for a purpose? Do you know that you have an assignment on your life? And because of that, you can't go off and do this and you can't go off and do that because you're going to abort the mission that God has for you. Um, in a moment of anger when your children are doing something, many times we'll forget that. And we will respond to them in a way that is not the best and will cause all types of hurt, damage, pain. We'll say things that we don't mean. And even though we go back and apologize for that, the kids remember what we've said. And sometimes those words will cause them to be in a place of depression. It will cause them to be in a place of frustration. It will cause them to be in a place of doubting themselves. They'll forget what you've told them before about that they can do all things through Christ who strengthens them, because they'll remember that when they brought home that report card and it wasn't what you thought that it should be, you told them how dumb they were, how stupid they were, how they weren't going to accomplish anything in life. Instead, what we should be saying is, no, I believe in you. I know that you can do all things in Christ who strengthens you. I know that you're capable of doing more. If there's something I need to do to help you in that area, share that with me so that I can help you get to where you need to be so that we can improve that grade. Those are the things that we should be doing as parents. When we recognize that we were assigned to them, then we will do better as parents. We will see them differently. We won't be down on ourselves about parenting. We will know that we were called for a purpose, and we have to fulfill that purpose, and we can fulfill that purpose with Christ. That is what we have to remember when we're moving forward in our parenting. I think that many times we will look down on ourselves and we'll think, oh, I can't do this, or or she's not listening to what I'm saying, or she's upset with me, or she's angry at me because I punished her. So we'll choose not to punish, or we'll try to be a friend. But God chastens who he loves. He disciplines us when we do wrong. He doesn't just give us a pass and say, go on about your way. We have a consequence that we have to pay, and so do our children when they do wrong. But the thing is, we have to assign things that are according to what they have done so that there can be a lesson learned, so that they can recognize that what they did they shouldn't have done, and this is what they should do going forward. They need to put parameters in to help them have a spirit of self-control, and we have to be that example to them. We have to remember that even though Susie down the street, or our auntie, or our uncle, or our grandmother, or our parents might think that they can do parenting better than we can, maybe they can, but they weren't the ones who were assigned to our children. We were. So that tells us that God has equipped us with what we need to do in order to be the parents that we need to be. This is Sharon Kelly with Lessons Learned. Thank you for tuning in.